Hey guys, this is Dr. Edward Granite. Welcome back. In today's video, I want to continue talking about the number one mistake that you guys need to avoid in order to lose weight. I'm going to hit on 5 major points that you guys need to pay attention to help you start to repair that abused and broken sugar mechanism, at the heart of which is a problem that we talked about that's called insulin resistance. If you haven't watched my previous 2 videos, please do so now, so all of this will make more sense by clicking the link above, okay? So first thing we're going to talk about is food, then we're going to talk about supplements, we're going to talk about exercise, sleep, and stress. Those are the 5 major things that we need to pay attention to in order to quickly, or as quickly as possible, fix this mechanism, because it is affected by all 5 of those things. So the name of the game is to not raise our blood sugar so that we don't spike our insulin, right? So the foods that we're going to eat are the foods that are not going to raise blood sugar, and the foods that we're going to avoid are the foods that raise blood sugar, right? So what things raise blood sugar and what things don't raise blood sugar? Well, let's take a look. So here is a graph right here, and this is talking about 3 different major food groups: carbohydrates, protein, and fat. And if you take a look here, this big peak right here, that's what happens when you eat carbs and sugar. So we want to avoid this because that's a big sugar spike, an insulin spike. Then we have protein right here with a much smaller curve, and then we have fat right here. Fat will not make you fat. As you can see, it does not spike insulin. So healthy fats are good for you, okay? So remember that. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is combinations of food. This is a trap that some of us may fall into, especially with all the wrong information out there that tell you to, add protein when you're eating something sweet, because that'll actually be better for you. Well, here's what happens when you do that. Check this out. Here's what happens when you eat beef. That's how much insulin you produce. This is what happens when you eat sugar. That's how much insulin you produce. Take a look at that spike over here. What happens when you eat a combination of sugar and protein together? That's you eating your meat and potatoes. That's you eating burger and fries, or even eating bread with a patty, or eating a sandwich with some meat in it. So don't do that, because it'll spike your sugar. Replace that bread with some lettuce wraps. A lot of restaurants do that now. You just tell them to put your burger in a lettuce wrap. I know that many restaurants are really waking up to this and are doing that if you ask for it. The other thing that we have to remember are for all of you that are craving something sweet after you eat a meal because you're not fully satisfied because of this broken sugar mechanism. This is something that's going to sabotage your weight loss, because if you have something sweet after you have a protein-rich meal, you're going to spike your insulin, and then you're not going to lose weight, because insulin is a fat storage hormone, okay? So, here is a little pointer as far as protein is concerned. Not too much protein per sitting. No more than 3 to 5 ounces. That's about the size of your palm and the thickness of your palm. That includes eggs. Obviously, eggs. 2 eggs equals about a palm, and that includes beef, chicken, and fish. Okay, so no more than 3 to 5 ounces of in one sitting. The other thing that we're gonna need to increase are our healthy fats, things like avocados. By the way, I love avocados at night, especially, when we get hungry at night and then we start eating what we're not supposed to. Try having an avocado and see if that can help you out to really have the avocado, wait maybe 10 minutes and see what happens to your hunger, because that healthy fat really, really helps to keep the blood sugar more level, and that should calm down your hunger. Besides avocados, coconut oil, we're talking about avocado, olive oil, nuts and nut butters. Those are some of the healthy fats that you should be eating. And of course, please remember, always, always, always eat your vegetables, because they're the ones who have a lot of minerals and vitamins, which is the next thing that we need to talk about, okay? So the minerals, the vitamins, and the herbs that we're going to use in order to fix this insulin resistance. Remember, I showed you that receptor that the insulin no longer is able to attach to properly. Well, if you use the right minerals and supplements and herbs, this can get fixed a lot quicker, so that this lock that the cell has now changed goes back to normal, and the insulin can attach nice and easy. So the Minerals that we need to pay attention to are potassium, magnesium, chromium, and vanadium. So when you're looking for things to buy in a store, make sure you're looking at those ingredients. I like to get my everything from food first, but sometimes that's not possible, especially with potassium. You need 4,700 units of potassium. That's the equivalent of like 5 avocados. Imagine one banana has 300 units. One avocado has about between 700 to 800 units. Okay, so it's not that easy to get. That's why I like to do smoothies. You need about 7 to 10 cups of vegetables in order to get all your potassium needs. But sometimes that's not possible. You can use they have these veggie kind of powders that you can add to your smoothies. Magnesium is absolutely necessary in sugar control. It's also very good for stress control, which we will talk about. Very good to take before bedtime to get you to sleep. Okay, then we have chromium, which is very important. It'll help you with your sugar cravings, and it really helps to balance out that blood sugar. And then vanadium. Okay, the next thing we're going to talk about is B vitamins and something called alpha lipoic acid. Alpha lipoic acid is for liver support. It helps to keep your liver healthy, and a healthy liver allows for much faster weight loss. And again, that mechanism will get fixed a lot quicker when you have a healthy liver. B vitamins, very important in blood sugar control. So again, I can't get into the specifics right now, but you want to get your B vitamins from real foods. The highest source of B vitamins that you can get is in something called nutritional yeast. It's not the bad yeast. You can look it up, nutritional yeast. It's one of the highest things. You can sprinkle on your food. It comes as a powder. You can use it instead of breadcrumbs. It's got kind of like a cheesy, nutty flavor. So look that up. And then the herbs that we're going to be using in order to help with this problem of a broken sugar mechanism, my favorite and most researched one that I found that is called Berberine, and that is been researched, and they found out that can be as effective as some diabetic drugs out there without the side effects, of course. Okay. The next thing is called Gymnema. Gymnema is an herb that can help you control sugar cravings, and when you take Gymnema, especially in liquid form, and you put it on your tongue, it can actually decrease your cravings for sweets, because it causes you, when you put something sweet in your mouth, it actually tastes bitter after you do this herb. It's pretty cool. You should try it. Then we have bitter melon, we have green tea extract, and those are some of the other herbs that you want to be using in order to fix the problem with the broken sugar mechanism. So the next thing we're going to talk about, the third thing we're going to talk about is the exercise. So my two favorite exercises are squats, air squats. So no weights required. About 3 minutes of squats a day, especially if you ate something sugary. You can do like a minute of squats, and that will really help to balance out that blood sugar. Because when you activate the muscles in the right way, what happens is insulin is not required to attach to your cell anymore to let the sugar in. The muscle activates itself through the exercise, and the sugar can go in. So that allows less insulin to be produced and the sugar to go down much more quickly, which helps to heal the broken sugar mechanism. So I love squats, but you have to make sure you're having the proper form not to hurt yourself. Also, walking every other day about 30 minutes, which is equivalent to about 2 miles. You want to walk with a fast enough pace to get the right effect. So imagine you're late to an appointment. That's about the pace that you want to be walking at. And if you're walking in a more relaxed way, you're not going to get the desired effect, although that's really good for stress control. Next, which leads us into stress. Stress will spike your blood sugar. Interesting statistic right now, that if a husband and wife get into a fight, the stress response from that will produce enough sugar in your body to equal as if they ate a chocolate bar. Again, I'll do separate videos on the specifics of how this all works, but just remember, if you guys are stressed, you're not going to fix this mechanism, and therefore you will not lose weight. So meditation, quiet walking, proper breathing techniques, that all really, really, really helps, okay? And the last thing, guys, is proper sleep. You got to get at least 7 to 9 hours. 8, that sweet spot. Women need a little bit more than men. 10:30 to 2 is the magic time when you're producing all your fat-burning hormones. So if you're a late bird or if you're sitting on that computer, you're going to sabotage your weight loss and you're not going to allow this mechanism to get fixed. They actually did some research. 1 night of sleep deprivation is equal to almost 6 months. This is crazy. I can't even believe this. To almost 6 months of eating a poor diet. So that's how important sleep is, okay? I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope this is going to get you guys on track to fixing the sugar mechanism and to helping you guys lose weight. If you did enjoy it, please share and subscribe, and I will continue bringing you guys videos like this to keep you and your family healthy. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. To talk about, see that? That's my timer. I wasn't supposed to pick it up, but I did. I don't know why I picked it up, but I picked it up. And I'm not going to do that again.